ways, recording these videos and these moments in my life, in some way like immortalize them. But the duality of that is that outside of those videos, there's another side of life, a side of like experience that I have that is not forever.
I get high and I get low. Oh, but that's the way these things go. I saw my face in the mirror, and Lord, I know I've changed, though I look much the same. And I found grace in the black water bathe my soul, and tell my heart I told you so. I like bait in the lion's cage and wait for my time to come. But I'm begging, please, I need this so much more than you ever know.
Hey, it's August 25th, 2021, and it is my last day before college, and my last day at home with my mom and my brother. I guess the main thing is I'm equally terrified and equally excited for what's to come next. I'm definitely ready to change things up. I'm kind of tired of where I've been these last couple months. And I've been leaving a lot to go on trips to just get out of the general area that I've been in because, I don't know, I just haven't felt super happy. And I'm also hoping to really just find myself and to just better myself in a lot of ways. And I also really want to meet a lot of new people, make a lot of new friends, and really just get out of my comfort zone of being stuck with the same people and scared to talk to others. And I've been trying to get out and find a place where I can feel good, and here's to hoping that's college, because paying a lot of money to go there. But as I'm finishing packing, I just thought I'd sit down and just talk, because I know at some point I'm going to want to look back on this past Kyle, I guess, because after this it will be past Kyle. Past Kyle signing out. We got the first clip now, Father.
The first clip we got. Ronnie James. Bring him.
Johnny, hard at work.
Hey, there we go.
Beautiful. It's finished.
It's you, me, and all of the people can't keep my eyes off of you.
With the lighting and everything, it's actually kind of sick.
When we were younger, everyone was on our side. Then we grew a little and romanticized the time I saw flowers in your hair. So it takes a boy to live, it takes a man to pretend he was there. So then we grew a little and knew a lot, and now we demonstrated it to the cops and all the things we said. We were self-assured, 'cause it's a long road to wisdom, but it's a short one to being ignored. Be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, be in my heart. So now I think that I love you back, and I hope it's not too late, 'cause you're so attractive and the way you move, I won't close my eyes. 'Cause it takes a man to live, it takes a woman to make him compromise. So be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, be in my heart.
Really already like that. So
It just needs a
the
little
plan
twist.
is basically, after I've watched a YouTube video, I've seen that I'm going to carve into the scalp like, I'm going to need to wet your hair first. But I'm going to grab the scalp. That is not a sharp blade. I can bring the blade closer.
How are things going, Johnny?
Oh, I feel great right now. I'm just so happy with how this is turning out.
It's fly, the gophers underground, the birds in the sky.
Is it good? Okay, okay. I feel like everyone's lying to me though. Matt, please don't. Matt, don't react like that. Yeah? Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh. That looks a little interesting for sure. But you know, that's fine. For Johnny's first ever haircut, I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with that. I'll say that's pretty solid. The results are as about as good as you would expect. But you know, I like it.
So here we are with Mojave and the Colorado deserts meet at Joshua Tree National Park near Joshua Tree, California. Now there's a cool thing about this spot. We are in the Palm Oaks Oasis. Underneath the ground, there are tectonic plates that have shifted apart, allowing springs of water to swell up and feed the water to this oasis, allowing an abundance of green life in these trees. Now we haven't seen water in days. We're in the middle of the desert, and then there's this big puddle of water. That is just incredible, man. Thank you for listening to Tony's geographical explanations.
Does he know how to read?
I don't know. I hope so. I didn't read none of that.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Okay, okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Should I take my shirt off again?
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, that's what I had in the last one.
I mean, yeah, let's keep the character real quick.
Oh, can you hold on to it? Tell me when you're ready.
One sec. Let me get some good framing. And action.
Alright, this is Tony's Nature Facts, geographical knowledge. I'm here in the Mojave Desert today in Joshua Tree National Park. Now this here is called the Joshua Tree. The rats that burrow underneath around the roots of We see some holes here and here. They find their home underneath the Joshua tree. There's also many birds that make their nests up here. I don't see a nest in here at this one at the moment, but there are plenty around. Yeah, the Joshua tree is vital to the Mojave Desert survival and one of the most beautiful items we can find here in Southern California. Thank you.
Oh. Beautiful.
I know for a lot of people, in the beginning of college, it can be hard for them to find friends, to find their people. But for me, I got really lucky. I found all of my friends almost immediately. And we all became close very quickly. Of course, it was also overwhelming being away from home and having to engage socially pretty much 24/7. But I felt good, really good. I felt what I hoped to have felt. The possibility of change and the joy of a new environment. I needed to express these experiences. And I wanted to immortalize these moments forever.
Things are constantly changing. In life, there is always change.
At the time of entering college, I had already been filming my life for the past 2 years, which started here, on the side of a street parallel my high school, when I first had thought of the idea of filming my everyday life. I was listening to this song and thinking of what it would be like to capture all the moments of my life into one physical thing. And in that moment, I vividly remember feeling a great sense of purpose, which was meaningful to me at a time when I had been feeling so lost. So I grabbed my camera and began to film everything, afraid of how things were changing and grasping for permanence. To be able to take this life experience, lessons that I was living in that moment, and transfer it into something physical. I didn't understand at the time how profoundly an effect that would have on me.
So now that I, here in this present moment, I only have one goal.
Okay, ready? Let's go. 1. What's up, Jeremy?
Scratching off in careless strokes. Silver dust and swallowed smoke. It's time to go. Losing lotto. Driving slowly.
Oh, right at me!
Move down. Exercise in empty rooms. Glued down. turn it off and go to sleep.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. Breathing in the chemicals. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones. Welcome to the new age. To the new age. Welcome to the new age. To the new age. Whoa, 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 whoa. Radioactive. Radioactive.
So I'm finishing up my last year of college. I am currently wrapping up my first year of college. I started my first video of college by saying that change is a part of life. But I really felt the truth of that statement at the end of my first year of college. Over time, the newness of my environment started to fade away. I felt lost, and at the time I didn't understand why. But now, with the gift of hindsight, I can see how I was fighting the person I was becoming. I could see all this change happening around me and in me, and I once again feared it deeply. And I had started to lose sight of this light I romanticized and sought after for so long.
This might look cool, right?
Okay, yeah. What did it hit? I mean, that worked really well. I didn't really get it.
Now we're gonna record the screen to see who wins.
We gotta record the memories being made.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna lose.
I was missing the small joys all around me, the beauty of it all. But I couldn't see that yet. Externalizing and blaming my discomfort on my current environment. I just feel the need to get out and experience something new and just kind of reset, which is a classic Kyle dream, I'll admit. I've always been running away. So I did what I had always done, trying to find something out there in the unknown. Packed up my car that I couldn't yet find in myself. And I ran away.
The voice of the rapids will echo and ricochet like an old water well. Who'd ever wanna let go once you set beneath its spell? It's dark and wide and deep. Towards the sea it creeps. I'm so glad I brought along my mandolin to play the river hymn. You can ride on it or drink it, poison in a
Little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys. You, the last speaker of your language, one day I might understand it. This old heart won't turn into another. This old life won't take me to another. You, the last musing of the morning, when the task no longer a calling. Send me into the long night with all the. Send me into the long night with all the. Little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys. Of the fine night.
This is the best part of my day.
And there is someone. You are smiling in the photo like you do remind me on the wall. This old heart won't turn into another. This old road won't take me to another.
That might have been it.
You, the thought now never interrupted. For the doom, the dark, there was light. Send me into the long night with all the. Send me into the long night with all your little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys, little joys of the fine night.
I'm driving right now and I just had this idea for something I think would be cool to talk about in a video one day, so I just thought I would say it, record this so that I don't forget. In a lot of ways, recording these videos and these moments in my life in some way like immortalize them, because anyone in the future that watches those videos, they continue and they live on. And I think that's a really cool thing, but the duality of that is that outside of those videos, there's another side of life, a side of like experience that I have that is not forever, and that's the moment between. And in those moments, there's only one chance to experience it.
This was just one of the many thoughts I recorded, grappling with impermanence and time and aging and watching the years go by, which were all in my mind because I was about to turn 20 years old, and at that time that felt extremely profound and immeasurable. And through that reflection, I began to engage memory in a new way. Which ultimately were the first steps down the path, leading me to where I am now. But I won't get ahead of myself.
It's November 27th, 2022, and in 3 months I will be 20 years old. And I was just having a weird thought today about time and about how it's only today once.
However, instead of just having that fear of change be a subtext in the work, I decided to focus on it and make it the subject for the first time, leading me to the creation of my biggest documentary yet. Yet, most years on my birthday, I do find myself feeling overwhelmed. I think it's because... Yet, most years on my birthday, I do find myself wanting to escape. I have so many thoughts screaming at me to be let out and expressed. Ever since heading off to college, there's been an emphasis in my life on chasing after the unknown. I tend to romanticize the escapism of starting something new and running away to some adventure. And I think that's me trying to escape from where I'm at now and not be fully present and embrace
my daily life.
That was season 4.
You got that video.
I should have, bro. That'd have been insane.
Hey man, I'll just have personally a kids combo and thank you.
I want to try and keep it consistent.
Seems like it should, but which one? This one? I thought it went there.
There's so many balloons, it's...
I'm just trying to get to the next thing, get to the next week, get to the next month, get to the next big trip.
That just can't be what it's all about for me anymore. There has to be something more.
I miss all these small moments every day, and I think there's a lot of power in consistency.
So I've been working on forming something here, something to come back to. I've been striving to embrace where I am now.
This medium gives me the opportunity to articulate things that sometimes I couldn't say in any other way. When I make these videos, I'm in no way saying that I've completed the goal of the video. When I get to the end of it, I'm gonna be a different person. I'm gonna be the person I wanna be. And that's not how change works. If anything, making the video is me trying to immortalize something I want to strive after in my life. And by making the video, it's a constant reminder of that pursuit. It takes a lot longer than we'd expect. I think you continually break down, pick up the pieces, and rearrange them. The light becomes less of a destination and more of a perspective. And I get to the end of this video, and it's still just me. Like made me rethink so much about like creating videos. Like I feel like my style, I feel like that was when I really found my style, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like I'd been working on making YouTube videos for so long and like changing things that was like the perfection of all of my style in one video. And now I think I'm able to just carry that style forward in new ways, and it's been really cool. I look back on all the old videos I've made, and I see the fingerprints of the kid who made it. I was always creating. Ever since I was 1 year old, I've been telling stories. And it starts to lose the heart of it all, and all of this newfound complexity. I think I often feared familiarity and consistency. makes me feel like I need to push people away. I can't spend my entire life seeking to escape into something new. I have to get rid of the idea that things will always be the same. That doesn't mean that they're ruined. They're just rearranging.
And everything still. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, look, it's Jerry. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, just Jerry. What?
Wait.
Yeah. Back to Jerry.
Yeah. In the meantime,
what homework you got?
Differential equations. That was due yesterday.
Oh, that sounds complicated.
Yeah, I did not finish all my homework, so I have to go do it before midnight.
Well,
hey. Give it to me. Give it to me.
What's up? Whoa! What is going on? 200 women? What is this, all the women that are into me? Oh. Hello there, buddy. Oh, hello. What's up?
What do we do?
Oh no.
I don't want to move because I don't want to run them over.
Another one's coming.
I'm just gonna sneak out of here, fellas. I'm sorry.
He's licking the window right there.
Excuse me, buddy.
Sorry, boy. Yup. Oh, Lord.
Dude, holy shit. I'm just gonna...
Somebody's just licking right behind you. What the hell is... 2 years later, yet in some ways I still felt just as lost as that kid recording iMovie messages. But despite all that, I turned my attention to the real important things. Breaking a Guinness World Record.
Start making your way to the stage. We need all Kyles to make their stage.
Kyle Fair, a Textravaganza, May 19th through 21st at Lake Kyle Park in Kyle. With live music, carnival, fireworks, vendors, and a rib and Rita competition.
We were then immediately told we fumbled the bag.
We're at around 1,800, so if we can get 500 more Kyles next year, it's in the bag.
How you feeling, Kyle?
All right, Kyles, thank you all for coming out. If you want to leave at the stage, We thank you for coming from far and here. Thank you so much for coming out.
So, moving past the tragedy of the Kyle Fair, I had even bigger plans for the rest of my summer. I wanted to spend 3 months traveling across the country, spending time intentionally in solitude, and a lot away from my camera. Because despite at times feeling lost, in some even more important ways, I was beginning to better understand myself. And that summer was to be an extension of that. And it feels like you were just getting started, but here you are at the end again. And it doesn't feel that different as last time you were here. It can be easy for me to think of this year as a waste of time. From other people's standards, especially in my major, I haven't had much of an impact this semester or the last. I haven't been on set every weekend. I haven't been making things constantly. And because of that, I feel like I often forget all the good that I did accomplish this year and all of the change that I was able to bring about in my life. Here I am, halfway done with college. And it doesn't really feel like that at all, really, if I'm being honest. Kind of crazy. Totally not what I expected it to be, but I'm figuring it out. I guess I've come to realize that my goal is simpler than I thought it was. I don't want to become the next big film director, the next Steven Spielberg. What I really want is to capture just the simple beauty of life and to be able to show that. Like the flowers blowing in the wind over there and the sound of the sprinklers spraying water on all the plants and the birds chirping in the wind and the leaves blowing in the trees. It's about capturing the simplicity of the small things in life. That's what it is about for me. The small steps that I'm still taking to this day. I think soon I'm gonna feel the effects of that, and I'm gonna feel like the pieces are coming together in a new way that I want. And it makes me feel like the last 2 years have been for something. I'm halfway to something good. And I guess it just doesn't have to be as complicated as I make it sometimes. It can just be what it is. So, I'm learning to be. And I'm just so glad that I did and that I got to experience this and everything with Gio and Joe. And I love those guys so much. And I love this adventure of a lifetime we've been on together. This has been quite a perfect adventure. It's a surreal feeling to be back here. It kind of feels like I'm walking onto a movie set. Or like a stage where at one time there was a great performance. Performance that changed your life. But now being here, you are no longer the performer. It's like you're a spectator. And as you look around, you realize the stage has changed. It's being rewoven. And then you realize you too are being rewoven. You too change. And you don't end up finding what you were looking for. What good would a box be if you dug it up? When you realize that standing here, in between all the noise and the change, there's a feeling of familiarity.
I'll never forget this. It's gonna be with me for a long time.
That feeling that's still with you after all these years. It's in moments like these that I remember the piercing silence of change. How sometimes it sneaks up on you right underneath your eyes. One moment you're there, and the next you're not. And doesn't wait for anyone. Doesn't stop for anyone. Not everything that falls apart makes a sound. Sometimes it's just there for a moment and then go on the next. So sadly this summer we are having to sell my grandparents' house, which in turn means this will be the last time we go to Kingsburg, where we have a home, a place already set up for us, something we're not going to rent to stay in. And that really sucks. This place has so many memories. I mean, my first ever video on the YouTube channel was filmed here. Well, besides some really dark, gritty, cringe videos that I made before, but, you know, I was going through a tough time. We could just ignore those, though. Those don't exist. It's kind of funny because I have, like, the same hair right now that I did in those videos, but trust me, some time has passed, okay? This wasn't just, like, yesterday that I made those videos. And not only did this place serve as the beginning of my YouTube channel, but also looking back, I see how it played such a crucial role in me discovering my own creative voice even at a young age, as I just picked up a camera and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it. And a lot has changed in my life, but ever since I was young, Kingsburg has just been associated with family and joy. and home. Some moments, no matter how hard you try to grasp onto them, will slip still through your fingers and you won't remember them.
Goodbye, goodbye, it's time to go. Time is a figment on a fig tree road. Open the door and let the flood back in. Drift out of yourself and let the day begin. Roller coast into the afterglow. Fly to the sun in your suburban shoes. And here you are, as nowhere as a northern star. You're a light on in the dark. A light on in the dark. Under the unfolding angle of the sun, setting is a rising soon to come. Come into bloom, blue asters in the afternoon. You're a light on in the dark. A light on in the dark.
We're outside right now. I'm just walking the dog. It's really nice here in the valley.
Tell me, lover, now that you made your change, was your soul rediscovered? Was your heart rearranged? Are you still taking pills in the morning? And did you lose that longing now for a walk through an ocean town. Cause this town's just an ocean now. You don't hate the summers, you're just afraid of the space. Asking strangers for answers to forget what they say. A boat beside a dock in the sunlight, nothing but the water in the sunrise now. Just a lack of an open mouth, cause this town's just an ocean now. Bad, I miss this place, your head and your heart. And my dad still tells me when they're playing your songs, laughing at the way that you would say, if only, baby, there were cameras in the traffic lights. They'd make me a star, they'd make me a star. I wanna go to Maine. I wanna go to Maine. Dad, I miss this place, your head and your heart. And my dad still tells me when they're playing your songs, laughing at the way that you would say, if only, baby, there were cameras in the traffic lights. They'd make me a star, they'd make me a star. I wanna go to Maine. I wanna go to Maine. God, tell me, lover, once you've had your change of heart, cause we're no more than the fossils on Crescent Beach State Park. And we used to sing along to church bells on Sundays. And can you even hear them from the subway now? And I hope that we make you proud, cause this town's just an ocean now.
Today's a big day, guys. I'm gonna be confronting something from my past. Something that I've been running from for a while now, and a big regret I have that I need to face. Today's the day.
Biggest letdown of my life. $25 for the dinosaur museum, bro. Well, that's a lot of money for a dinosaur museum. I thought it was gonna be free, bro.
This is funny, this is hilarious. Here I am, trying to give this place another second chance after it hurt me so badly in the past, and just trying to prove that I've grown as a person and that I can handle the change. But no, it's closed, it's closed. You know what this is? This is a bunch of I think like a big difference this time is I'm not running from anything, I'm more surrendering. I don't know why it's so hard for me to just exist for myself, to experience a moment without reaching for the camera and not feel like I'm losing something in the process. There's such conflict in me right now because I am pushing myself
to engage more personally in my life, but there's also the part of me that's born to create, that desperately wants to capture everything. See, the goal of these videos and this journal, everything I write in it, is to immortalize, to have it serve as a reminder of what I'm striving for or what I've learned so that I don't forget it. But recently, I've been wondering to myself, why do I need to externalize that? Why isn't it possible for me to live a life that inherently demonstrates the goals and lessons that I've learned? Why do I feel the need to put that into something external? I hope that one day I can throw this journal away and that I can live a life where the lessons and beliefs that I've learned are imprinted on my life. There's just so much of experience that I found is uncapturable. That special space between when I turn the camera on and when I turn it off. And that is life. And this trip, when I've taken the time to look away from the lens and to look around at the beauty around me, I've seen the light. It's been over a year since I've done this. Talk to the camera. I've been trying, like I said, to live just for myself. This is it. Okay. Because to capture this and put it into anything precise would truly be impossible. For so long I was scared of the known. I wanted to find the peace, but I wasn't willing to take the action. Life is complex and imperfect, and there will always be a gap between understanding and meaning. Yet I want to fight for the light that I see in the gold of her eyes. My lover, my friend. The beautifully overwhelming experience of human emotion. And as the space between us begins to shrink, our pain becomes shared too. I cried on the highway. The car lights smeared their colors. I don't want to let you go. I'm not pushing her away. There's power in consistency, and it is strong. I was willing to be vulnerable with her. And in turn, I became comfortable being vulnerable with others in my life. I found myself between all the noise, and I forgave myself. Everything's always in flux, like the waves against the shore. Yet I'm starting to feel like I made it home. There is peace on the other side of being known. So I'll continue to slow down and feel it all, because it never gets slower or easier. Yet love endures over decay, time, and memory.
Whoa, is that a starfish eye?
Getting to know Anna has been one of the greatest joys of my life, and letting her know me saved it.
That was perfect.
Woo!
Let's go.
We did it!
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, stressful.
Great
That was
job.
so scary. Thank you.
You did amazing. That was the one.
For science.
It's called a torsion, my bad.
A torsion.
It's just literally like when your ball just explodes. No, like literally, it just happens.
That's great.
It happens?
You just go.
Can you protect
That's
against
kind of
it?
like a bomb, huh?
Like literally,
It could happen to any of us?
It's like
Alright,
6
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, not that high, not that high.
On 1.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. I was late. Alright. To the side.
Alright.
3, 2, 1. Oh!
It's him! I can do it better.
I'll do it myself! I'll do it myself! The song was ending, I had to.
On 3. 1.
On 3, 1. Don't! Lighters granite. Pinto nice. Granite. Right, I can do this.
All right. Okay, well, I'll allow it just this once. And we're rolling.
Alright. We have here behind me Ryan Mountain at Joshua Tree National Park. Now, Ryan Mountain tells a fascinating geological story over tens of millions of years. The dark rock you're seeing is called Pinto Gneiss rock, That rock was here first in mounds. 85 million years ago, a magna from inside the earth thrusted this lighter rock you're seeing, granite. This granite was thrust through my magna, heating up and moving forward. And over millions of years, it slowly emerged to these big bands, these large boulders we have here today. Thank you.
Thank you. He's back at it. The king, the legend. He returned.
Shoot.
Tony, the documented evidence of your bestiality the past 12 hours.
There's been more.
Last night sleeping in the dorms. The final clip.
Let's go.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you, dude.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
What is that? Like a
That's a degree.
Patricia Lee Hartman, Bachelor of Arts of Mary Washington College.
That's you right there.
Crazy hair.
I feel like I'm really blessed because I believe God has given me a good memory, especially at this age. And a lot of things I do, I work on, but a lot of it is, I think, just comes naturally. But I seem to recall lots of little details all the way back until 4 years of age. Let's see. Quite a while ago, I realized that it's really a blessing to have recall, especially at my age and in the senior living homes and the memory care that my wife needs and everything. This dementia disease is just, it's terrifying because there's just no recollection of even great events in our life. Mm-hmm. And so I remember one time my wife didn't recognize me, and I said, well, I'm John, I'm your husband. She said, no, you're not. And I pointed to the photo of the two of us at our wedding, and she says, that's not us. And it's very discouraging in my heart to realize she's come to a point where she didn't even recognize our wedding picture. But they slide from one reality into another real quickly. Fortunately, that's not happened for a long time. That was an astounding moment.
Do you fear forgetting your life?
No, no fear. Well, I learned also that taking photos and videos through life been very helpful and beneficial. When the kids came along, we got a better camera. We started with the Super 8 film and taking memorable videos of every event. And now that we have these, my wife, who's got memory needs, has the opportunity to see almost every event that we had throughout our life. When I'm watching them, I see all kinds of things pop out of my mind, the small details around that event or the individual relationship. It amazes me how the brain has stored so many things that don't seem important, but they're there in your memory. I don't even have fear for Pat. I mean, our life has changed dramatically with the Alzheimer's disease, but so there's some gaps in our life that we didn't get recorded. You know, there's some great moments. I just don't know if any one of them I would say I want to hold on to.
You feel okay letting go of some memories?
Well, memory and being able to recall certainly adds to joy in one's life. Simply because you don't have memory and good recall doesn't mean there isn't joy in their life. Whether memories are there or not really is not as important.
sun would go down on days like these. But I didn't see it like that. I just saw blue turn into pink. If I saw that kid now, I wish I could say I'd be looking down. But I've gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I'm getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller
Make peace with living. He asked to see the hibiscus plant on the ledge behind him. I cupped it in my hand and held it up near his eyes. He smiled. "It's natural to die," he said again. The fact that we make such a big hullabaloo over it is all because we don't see ourselves as part of nature. We think because we're human, we're something above nature. He smiled at the plant. We're not. Everything that gets born dies. He looked at me. Do you accept that?
A dewdrop rests softly on a blade of grass. The light melts, ink sinks into the seams. I reach, but it fades away. A fallen leaf lays motionless. Downstream, a stick hits the shore. Nothing lost, the lens refracts, till shattered and broken, light seeps through the cracks. Fragmented thoughts sewn together, fireworks sing, the threading snaps. Decay, growth, change, silence. Yet, despite it endures, unspeakable, present, trimmed at the base, the geranium grows again. And a new hand dances across the keys. Everything that was, everything to be. Between, the deer watches from the forest floor.
My steps retrace those who came before. My breath, their breath, these moments gleam. I reach out for the space in between.
Hey, it's March 4th, 2025, and it is now actually my last year of college. It has been quite the incredible undertaking to summarize these past 4 years in this documentary, and so much incredible growth and life happened in those 4 years that I'm just so grateful for. I left for college wanting to get out of my comfort zone and meet new people, and I've done that tenfold. The friends that I made in college are truly lifelong friendships that I cherish deeply, and there's been so much growth and understanding of friendship in a new way, and so many just incredible people that I'm just honored to have had the opportunity to grow closer to, and I hope that I've been able to demonstrate these incredible friendships.
My good friend and roommate Johnny put this as his greatest accomplishment of college. And I'd have to agree. Creating a home for myself for the first time, which has been even more actualized in me renting my first house with 7 of my closest friends this past year. With consistency, the pieces do come together in a new way. And over these past 2 years, I've been filming less and less. And my life became my own. Despite that ever-changing nature of life that's inescapable.
Always reweaving and rearranging. Yet, there are still some moments that remain the same. Those small moments that the camera taught me to notice. But now I wonder if the camera is really necessary. Maybe it was more so the practice than it was the means. And now it feels like the camera's just getting in the way. Perhaps just noticing is enough for me now. This medium gives you the opportunity to reflect on life in a way unlike any other, recognizing the sum of the past and the grandiose nature of life. How everything I've experienced has led me to where I am now, and I'm not fighting it anymore. The person I am. When I left for college, I was seeking after a place where I could feel good, but when you externalize that and put all of that pressure on an environment, you'll always have to seek new environments. You'll always be running away to something new, and you'll always be let down because environments are always changing. Even the room I'm in now looks different than when I left for college. New paint, new floors, but that change doesn't really scare me anymore. In all my other videos, I had to create an ending, a sense of resolution. But really, that was just a fragment of the story. For the first time with this project, it really feels like the end. So here I am, at the end again. And it doesn't feel that different as last time I was here.
Yet, I recognize that this is also something else. So here I am, at the beginning again. And this is Past Kyle. Once again, signing out. There were moments in my life when this was everything to me. But I don't need it anymore. I'm ready to let go.
I hope that one day I can throw this journal away and that I can live a life where the lessons and beliefs that I've learned are imprinted on my life. There's just so much of experience that I found is uncapturable.
This conflict within me, I know how to end it. Yet this time, I will write it on the life that I live. The life that I lose. In his book, The Creative Act, A Way of Being, Rick Reuben defines art by saying, Michelangelo's David, the first cave paintings, a child finger-painted landscape. They all echo the same human cry, like graffiti scrawled in a bathroom stall. I was here. Any piece of art created throughout all of time has always been trying to evade that same escape. It has always been our attempt at reaching for the infinite. The camera being humanity's culmination of that. To press a button and create an illusion of permanence. It isn't real. And if we will live forever, it will never be by the tools of our own creation. When I edit, it's like I'm engaging my life for a second time. Now I often wonder, was once not enough? I've spent so many years desperately trying to hold on to any of it at all. Was I not missing the present in that? Despite all of my attempts, that true beauty of life remains uncapturable, especially not by a flawed digital canvas like this one. A canvas made of millions of small, colorful pixels, suspended by the empty space between them. There was always gaps, since the original state of all matter is decay. Those between cells, neurons, memories, existence, all of which are widening. Maybe part of our existence is to forget. Will slip still through your fingers and you won't remember them. What a miracle it is that we get to hold on to any of it at all. We all change together. Yet there is a remembrance that is deeper, boundless. Through the intangibility and fragility, that which holds it all together. For we are more beyond our fragmented memory, and I accept that fragility, facing it with no fear.
No fear.
I picture you now as a stone holding warmth in your mouth, where erosion is shaping the sound. I will find you, and I will lay my burden down. When I picture your hair, I draw a map of the alkaline air. Say your name like a bathroom stall prayer. I will find you sitting in your favorite chair. Maybe this is the last song, and maybe it's not. Maybe I can let go now, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you are still searching for sky. Maybe I'm still just searching for signs. Maybe I'm still just reading way too far between the lines. When you're here in my dreams, as the grass on that hill in Eugene, the place I know but I never have seen. I will find you, and you will be complete.